Some of y'all freedom talk scares you. I'm going to tell you, this message is only for 20% of us. I got the revelation, the remnant. The 20% of us are those who are aligned in frequency enough to buy into freedom and kingdom talk. 20% is 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 10. 1 out of 5 black people in America, black people in the diaspora, I believe 1 out of 5 human beings can only align with this message. Only 1 out of 5 could understand what true freedom is like. The other 1 out of 5. So if there's 1 out of 5, right, that believe in freedom, there's 4 left. Out of that 4, the others are ignorant to liberation, to freedom talk, to kingdom talk. They think I'm talking crazy right now. They have no idea and can't even understand. They are ignorant of high frequency. The other out of the 5 are envious of freedom. I got my notes right here because this is a new revelation. I just downloaded it. There's 5 people. One's free. The other is ignorant. The other is envious of the freedom. The other is scared of the freedom. And the other is offended by the freedom. There are 5 kinds of people. Only 20%, 1 out of 5 will be free. Some of y'all are offended by this strong message of freedom talk. It bothers you. Some of y'all are scared to be free and go own your own. Some of y'all are envious because you might have more money than me. You might have more followers than me. You might have more clout than me, but you don't have more freedom than me. And you're envious. And some of you all are just ignorant to what freedom looks like. Oh, somebody just hit that revelation. 20% in 2020. 2020 marks the revelation of the 20%, the remnant. I'm not trying to take all people. I'm not trying to liberate all black people anymore. I was. The Most High spoke to me. He said, Jay, it's only the remnant. It's only 20% that can go. It's only 20% that are ready for freedom. The rest got to catch up. They ignorant, envious, scared, or offended by freedom talk. That's why the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, out of 42.5 million people, only raised $12.5 million between just the black community. Only 15,000 investors, which still was a historical accomplishment. But most people can't even fathom what financial freedom looks like and feels like. It scares them. They're ignorant of financial freedom. They're envious of financial freedom. They're offended by financial freedom, or they're scared of financial freedom. They're offended by spiritual freedom. They're ignorant of spiritual freedom. They're envious of spiritual freedom, or spiritual freedom scares the shit out of them. The same people, they're offended by political freedom. They're envious of political freedom. They're scared of political freedom, or they're ignorant of political freedom. See, what I represent is us blacking out and us owning our own politics, owning our own economic institutions, owning our own schools and curriculums that go into schools, us owning our own water systems, us owning our own agricultural systems, us owning our own government body, us owning our own flag, us owning our own constitution, us owning our own declaration, us owning our own anthem. I'm talking freedom talk that scares some of you. Some of you are ignorant to it. How could it be done? Some of you are offended by it. And some of y'all are envious of it. Some of y'all, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10, 20% is lit and excited by this freedom talk. You with this freedom talk, and you're willing to put the work in and actions and make the sacrifice to make it happen. I only want the 20% black out with me. I only want the 20%. If political freedom, if having our own political party scares you, offends you, makes you envious, or you are too dumb, ignorant to read up and learn and see why and how, it's not for you. And I'm okay with that now. God, the Heavenly Father, gave me the download. Revelation alert. Revelation alert. Some of your biggest social media influencers, political activists, rappers, actors, etc. talk that freedom talk, but deep down they scared. They envious, they're offended, or they're ignorant to what true freedom and liberation looks like. I'm talking about freedom talk.